political process in Moldova, and $21 million for voter turnout in India. Well, why are we giving $21 million to India? They got a lot of money. They're one of the highest taxing countries in the world in terms of us. We can hardly get in there because their tariffs are so high. I have a lot of respect for India. I have a lot of respect for the Prime Minister. He just left, as you know, 2 days ago. But we're giving $21 million for voter turnout. It's voter turnout in India. What about, like, voter turnout here? Oh, we've done that, I guess. We did $500 million, didn't we? It's called the lockboxes. $20 million for fiscal federalism in Nepal.
Oh, she just got black-bagged and hauled away.
Listen to these numbers. This is all fraud. $19 million for biodiversity conservation in Nepal. $1.5 million for voter confidence. We want to give them confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $2.5 million for inclusive democracies in South Africa. $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well. They're doing a lot better than we do in the schools, aren't they? $2 million to develop sustainable recycling models to increase socioeconomic cohesion among marginalized communities in Kosovo and Escali and in Egypt. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. By the way, I could read this all day long. I could go on all day long, and you'll see hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're doing it. But when I saw the social...
Do you think he... Oh my God, I just understood it. Oh my God, I just had a huge fucking click moment. When Joe Rogan was asking Trump, what's it like to actually be president? And Trump couldn't answer that question. He's like, well, the bed that Abraham Lincoln slept in is real big. And then Joe Rogan's like, yeah, but like, how do you like lead the country? He's like, there's a lot of paintings in that Oval Office. Maybe the answer was because Trump doesn't actually know how to be president. Maybe he doesn't know how to do anything. Like, I don't know how to explain or how to convey to you how pathetic it is that Trump is reading off sheets of information that we can see on Twitter. Like, you know that you could request so much more detailed information if you wanted to. There's so much more that you could have about this. But is he just not aware of it? Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe Trump wakes up and he's like, I wonder what's going on in the DOD. I'm going to go on Twitter and find out. Instead of, just like calling his, for DOD, would it be, do you go down to your chiefs of staff or? I need to figure out the structure of this. What is the, does the Secretary of Defense report directly to the president and then the chiefs of staff is a separate thing? Hold on, I forgot.
Post pay promotion. Okay. Always with this guy.
All right, just can you mute Blossom for a moment, please? Thank you.
You're making
hang on, Riley. Hang on, Riley. So to make the point that Blossom has just literally interrupted me for 10 consecutive minutes without pausing breath. But the moment Riley has the audacity to interrupt Blossom, oh, guess what? That's the moment that the black transgender woman decides this is outrageous. Okay, you can unmute her now.
This feels like an SNL. This feels like an SNL skit.
It does.
Okay.
It's preposterous.
I just want you to remember that Blossom said what her basis and perspective of life is rooted in reality. So please remember that as we continue this conversation.
Which brings me to my question, which you haven't answered, Blossom, which is why do we separate the sexes in the Olympics?
Here's the thing. I'm not an Olympian.
Oh.
I don't play sports.
You don't know why we separate the sexes?
I think what you're saying is conservative propaganda. I think what you're saying is conservative propaganda.
Conservative propaganda.
I
asked you why we separate. I asked you why we separate the sexes.
Maybe frame it like this.
Why do we separate the sexes?
Again.
Why do we have the Olympics
when we talk about trans people, when we talk about trans people, we're talking about gender identity. I need both of y'all mindset to become more expansive.
Right.
I know that's a little hard for
Can you answer my question?
Because both of you have.
Can you answer my question?
I understand that's hard for both of y'all.
Can you answer my question?
A seed.
Can you answer my question?
Again, when we talk about trans people, we're talking about gender identity. We're not just
That's
focused
not my
on
question.
sex.
That's not
I
my
think
question.
That what y'all like to do is reduce conversations down
No.
to sex.
What
and
you all like
genitalia,
to do-
and you try to.
Is there a way to? Okay, it's fucking working. Thank you. Yeah. If Blossom, she's gonna waste her time. She's gonna waste her time trying to talk to peers and whoever Riley's person is. She's gonna waste her time. I would try to stick to the subject because trying to educate these individuals on gender identity is going to be a massive waste of time. So I prefer that transport. That's just my opinion.
Apply it to what's happening
Okay.
in the Olympics. Okay.
Okay. And
Trans
I'm asking
women
you a
should
very.
play in sports.
And I'm asking
trans
you.
women should participate in
The Olympics, the next
and I
Olympics,
think
the
what
next
you're
Olympics.
doing
Okay,
is
Blossom.
spreading misinformation.
Blossom, I
and
don't
you
want to have
are
to mute
spreading
you again.
Conservative propaganda that
Okay.
should not be.
Okay. Piers Morgan Uncensored is proudly independent. Our sponsors help us to bring it to you for free. Support for the show today comes from ExpressVPN, which I'm especially happy about because I use it myself. We're all living more and more of our lives online, but despite private tabs and incognito mode, your internet service provider can still see and record everything you do or say online. What they can do with your data depends on where you live. In the USA, your data can be bought and sold to whoever will pay for it. But you can stop all that with ExpressVPN. It's an easy app that reroutes 100% of your online traffic through secure encrypted service so that not even your internet service provider can see what you do online. It secures all of your most sensitive information anywhere you connect. I travel all the time, and like many people, often use the garbage public Wi-Fi to check the news and continue my arguments on X. Not only is it slow, it's also one of the easiest ways for hackers to get my data. With ExpressVPN's encrypted connection, the hackers can't hijack my connection or steal my information. ExpressVPN is the #1 rated VPN by CNET, PC World, and The Verge. It also works on 8 devices at the same time, so you can secure your whole family in one go. I'm living proof that it's very easy to use. And right now, you can get an extra 4 months of ExpressVPN for free. Find out how by scanning the QR code on screen here, or go to expressvpn.com/peers. Once more for the people at the back, scan the QR code, or go to expressvpn.com/peers. It's PIERS. Now, on with the show. The next Olympics will be in America, in Los Angeles. I'll ask you one more
Yes, they
time.
will.
Why do we separate the sexes in the Olympics? Why do we have men and women competing separately? Give me an answer.
Well, Pierce, won't you tell me the answer since I don't know?
You don't know the answer? Oh, Riley's got a hand up.
Oh,
Riley,
me
I don't know.
Why don't you educate? Why don't you educate
tell me the
Blossom?
answer since I don't know?
Riley, why do we separate the sexes in the Olympics?
Because men and women are different. We have different physical ceilings. It's the
Go fucking figure.
same reason why you have any category. It's the same reason why we have the Paralympics versus the Olympics. It's the same reason why we have weight classes in boxing. We don't have weight classes in boxing because we are fat shaming people who weigh more. No, we have weight classes because it would be unfair. We know the outcome. Every single person, kindergartners, know the outcome of what would happen if we had a 220-pound man fight a 170-pound man. It's the same reason why we have age divisions. We don't have 12 and unders or
She
Pee Wee
doesn't know
leagues.
that. What if that 220 pound wait, what if that 170 pound man has the agility to beat that 220 pound man? That makes
So
no
you
sense.
want to base all of
I'm
the
so
Olympics off
sorry.
of exceptions.
Your answer makes
Off of
no
exceptions.
sense. That makes no sense.
Plus,
Y'all don't know
bottom
anything
line, it
about
doesn't make
somebody's
sense to you.
biochemistry.
It makes
Somebody's
sense
biology
to
you do not know.
99% of common
You do
sense.
not
Actually,
know,
100%
Riley. I'm
of
sorry.
common
You
sense of
absolutely do
individuals.
not know about somebody's biology.
You just admitted you're not an
Everybody's
athlete.
chemistry
You
is
just
made
admitted that
differently.
you have never competed at the highest
Genetics,
level.
and see, this is the thing. I don't have to be an athlete to talk about this because this affects
Well, you just
my
said you
community
couldn't answer
I am
because you're not an
trans.
Olympian.
All right, you know what we're going to try? Why don't we try? Okay.
You're not an Olympian.
Can we please stop talking at the same time? If you talk at the same time, Blossom, if you talk, Blossom, if you talk at the same time, nobody can hear either of you. Okay? So, Blossom, let's start with you again. A simple question. I'll tell you why they separate the sexes, just as Riley has. It's because men have a physical advantage over women, which would mean that women would not win more than a handful of medals in the entire
God
Olympics.
forbid there's an
Would you
arm
be
wrestling
happy
contest.
if it was a gender-neutral Olympics?
Why are we?
Hang on.
Why
Answer
are we
my
saying this
question.
about women, though?
Answer
Women
my question.
are just as strong as men.
I'm asking
sorry.
you,
I'm
would-
sorry. Women are just as strong as men.
So
women
just to
are
be
just
clear-
as powerful
Okay.
as men.
Okay.
And I don't believe that.
Okay, Blossom.
That's just your opinion.
So,
That's
Blossom.
not always fact.
Blossom, if the world #1 tennis player...
I don't buy it.
Okay, you know that Serena Williams admits that she would be beaten by the top 1,000 men in the world at tennis, right? You know that, do you?
She
No, I did
has
not.
been.
You did not know that.
Lost
So
to the 203rd
Okay, where's
ranked
the,
player.
you
can
don't
show me
know
the
that.
receipts? Can
You don't know
show-
why men and women get
Can
separated
y'all show me the
Olympics?
receipts?
I have the
I would like
receipts
to
right
read
here.
those receipts.
Both Serena and Venus Williams lost
Are you
in a
waving them?
blowout.
Are you waving them around?
What?
You can
Okay.
look it up to the 203rd ranked male player. He drank in between sets, smoked in between sets, and played 18 holes of golf before, and admitted that he played like a 600 male ranked player. And they lost in a blowout, and they are phenoms, the best of the best. No other woman for a while even could come close to them, and they got beat by a man. Let me repeat it. In a blowout, the 203rd ranked male player, who admitted he played like a 600 ranked
Girl,
player,
bye.
drank, smoked between sets, and played 18 holes of golf. before.
Blossom, just to be clear, would you want the American Olympics, the LA Olympics, would you want them to be gender neutral, where the sexes compete with each other?
It's not enough.
Absolutely. I don't see anything wrong with it. I
Okay,
think as long as
and do
it's
you also
inclusive
believe-
of
It's
trans
completely
women and
insane.
trans men and non-binary
Do you
people,
also
then
believe
yes,
that we should
why not?
combine
It's
the
completely
parent-
insane.
Do you also
This country was built on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And
Exactly.
all those
This
trying
is
to get
why
rid of
that's so
DEI. That does include cis women like
And you know what you would do?
Hello?
You would exclude all women from winning medals. Well done.
That's also very
That's
Fantastic.
not true. That is not true. Can we talk about Leah Thomas? Now, I bring up Leah Thomas because Riley knows her very
Yeah.
well. I bring up Leah Thomas because the reality is, yes, she won some games, but Leah also lost some games to cis women. So there are some cis women who are faster than Leah. There are some cis women who are stronger than Leah. And again, when we talk about genetics, there are some cis women that have natural higher testosterone levels than trans women. That's why some of them may look more masculine. Iman Khalif had to experience that transphobia,
Complete
which, by the way,
testosterone.
transphobia affects all women. And now that Trump has excluded trans women from playing in sports, all women are going to be subjected to rigorous tests to make sure that they're not trans. And that does include cis women. I don't care how feminine they look. You could potentially be subjected to these rigorous tests because Donald Trump took his peanut head, red, orange behind and signed an executive order that he doesn't even know anything about. He's a convicted felon, 34 felonies, right? We also need to be focusing on letting convicted felons in this country vote since we elected a convicted felon, right?